In the last election in Nigeria, so many things happened. Some people supported Peter Obi, some supported Atiku, some supported Tinubu, which is our current president now. And to be honest, I actually did voted for Peter Obi. So, but for some time, I'll be asking myself some question. So, if to say Peter Obi won the election, should Nigeria for done day better now? you know so this video is not to make comparison between Peter Obi and Tinubu. I know that a lot of people that will be watching this, that's what they will, in fact, that's the first thing that will come to their mind, to come here and argue and abuse someone. No, it's Nigeria have gotten to a point that we all need to sit down and think with our head, like think like proper human being and adults. Think, let us just think and have empathy for people. A lot of people are going through a lot in Nigeria, including all of us. A lot of people don't know that even those that are in abroad are also going through stuffs. You travel, a lot of places that we are today all over the world. It's not that we like it, but it's because they are better than our home. But there's no place like home. So you don't need to come here and argue and abuse anybody. Let's just sit down and, like, as brothers and sisters, and think and communicate and tell ourselves the truth. For me, I just feel like listening to, like, after all these, after sometimes, after this whole election stuff, like for some time now, I've been revisiting, all everything that happened during the election. If you listen to Tinubu didn't really say much. He has his own plan. He's more interested in grabbing the power at all costs. But I've been revisiting some of the things Peter Obi said. He said that he was talking about reform from consumption to production and all that. But he also keeps saying that he's going to remove subsidy. A lot of people in Nigeria don't really understand the issue with Nigerian fuel, the issue with the subsidy in Nigeria. What just happened, the removal of subsidy is just using the sins of the Nigerian elite to punish an average and poor Nigerian. What am I saying is this: the people benefiting from the subsidy scams are the elites, the so-called oil mongols and businessmen in Nigeria. They are the one benefiting. Now, they were the ones stealing all this money. Now, instead of the government to, restructure it, hold people accountable, they removed it. Removing it, which people does it affect? An average Nigerian. So going back to what Peter Obi was saying, that he was going to remove it. But now, like, there was a course I was like in class. There was this course we are doing in school about international business and management and all that. Like, there's some stuff that I've been seeing, and how business is being run, like how the West, the models they have been using, and factors that actually, bring bring growth in an economy. If you check Nigeria, you'll see that there is no single factor that is in favor of, any growth in Nigeria currently. Yes, we have the population, but if you really even check it, you see that majority of Nigerians who don't really even have the skill sets, to actually push for industrialization. So if you really check, the only single thing that's still even moving Nigerian economy is cheap fuel. And they said that Peter Obi was also saying that he was going to remove it. There is no single economy in the world today that is doing well that doesn't have one form of subsidy or the other. There's always a subsidy. There's always a subsidy everywhere in the world. Even here, for example, where I am now, they have a lot of subsidies. They have a lot of subsidies. They have for farmers. Even There was a time I was making a video, I was on video call with my friend. He was asking me that this whole place look like Nigeria. There is solar panels everywhere. I told him, no, I'm not in Nigeria. But yes, there is solar panel everywhere in almost all the European countries. They have a lot of solar panels. Why? Because there is a subsidy and incentives for solar panels. So what it does is this: if you fix solar panels, government give, and solar panel they even subsidize it. It's cheap, is somehow cheap, and you can generate electricity on your own, you know. And when you do this, they give you, there's something they call something like there's a green, something like green certificate, which you can also even sell or something like that, you know. There's a lot of incentive to it, and you can even, when you generate a lot, this more than you can use, you can actually sell to the national grid, and they will they will pay you for that, you know. So there is always all these things, but Nigeria will remove the only single thing that is still powering, like still even that is still even carrying the microeconomy of Nigeria. You know, they keep telling you that they are going to bring there's no single investor that is coming to invest in Nigeria. One, we don't even have, there is, in fact, all the factors of development is not in our favor. You cannot even talk about road. Energy is even the number one. We don't have it. Insecurities, cannot even talk about that one. You know, cheap fuel is actually that one thing. And due to the fact that we don't have energy, yes, we don't have NEPA light and we don't have electricity. Removing fuel subsidy, like, is just like purposely destroying the entire microeconomy of the country. Even the macro, because even the bigger companies and the multinationals, they also need power. They even need the power more, you know. But all of them keep, both Tinubu, all of them, what is his name? Atiku, Peter Obi, were just saying they are going to remove. None of them was saying that, okay, when I get into power, okay, this fuel is very important for Nigerian citizens. You know, fuel, in fact, the cost of fuel drive every single thing in Nigeria. The cost of fuel drive every single thing, the price of every single thing in Nigeria. You know, but all of them were saying they are going to remove it. So a lot of people, like, if you don't really understand, have basic knowledge of economics, this whole thing will be looking like, you know, you'll be seeing it as a very big something to dissect. But it's not too big, just common sense. You cannot remove fuel subsidy when we don't have electricity. If it's on that, like, if we already have electricity, yes, okay, you can say, okay, we are going to subsidize electricity, then we are going to remove fuel subsidy. So what will happen is this: now we'll have electricity, because when we have electricity and subsidize electricity, a lot of people will not have the need to buy fuel. It's just like here now in Europe. Having a car is not a luxury, it's a choice. You can have the money, but you don't want to because you don't need it. You know? Even like as a student now, you know, my transportation is subsidized. So there's always subsidies everywhere. If I want to enter a train now, it's subsidized because I'm a student, because I don't have the earning power yet, you know, to be able to be paying for all these things. Because they understand all this. You cannot grow an economy without subsidy. You have to be very specific and intentional. You know, if you check Nigeria, there is no single framework. All these politicians, none of them have a single economic framework. And the political parties, none of them have an ideology that is moving them. That is why everybody is just jumping from here. They are just using us to play with. They understand us, the people. They understand us very, very, very. They understand us more than we understand ourselves. That's why during every election, or even before the election, or after the election, they have their mouthpiece. They have all these online influencers that they are paying to be engineering all these ethno-religious issues in Nigeria, because they know that we are more divided. In fact, we are even very, 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 very easy to divide, because a lot of us are so brainwashed with religion and ethnicity. They will tell you are a Yoruba man, this and that, you're an Igbo man, you're a Hausa man, whereas all of us collectively are suffering, whereas they are all enjoying. So what am I trying to say? Even if to say Peter Obi won the election and is the president, these people, they will frustrate him. Even if he has the best intention, they will frustrate him out of office. They will use all the money that they have had. During the whole election, he was saying, there's an interview that they asked him, what is he going to do about all the people that have stolen our money? He said that he's not going to prosecute anybody, he's going to move forward. There's nothing like that. How are you going to move forward from people that have destroyed life? Millions. People, like, a lot of people don't really even understand. Like, when you cross the shore, when you leave Nigeria, that's how you understand the level of poverty, the level of suffering people are going through in Nigeria. But if you have not crossed the shore of Nigeria, you won't really understand. That's why, like, you easily take stuffs, like anything they throw at us, we'll just take it. But the day you leave Nigeria and travel out, you say, man, that's the day you understand that, oh boy, like, we Nigerians are really going through stuffs. We are really going through a lot. So the thing is this: all this whole thing now, it's high time we just need to sit down and ask ourselves. It's high time we have to, one way or the other, we have to come together. And Nigeria can never be better. Like, we can never move forward. We can never move forward without politically moving forward. Because Nigeria is politically backward, because we don't have a political party now that you can rely on and say, okay, this is our ideology. This is the ideology of this political party. Even if it's going to take us the next 20 years to get it right and ascend into power, yes, we are going to make the sacrifice. And by the time we get to power, even if some of us are no longer alive, yes, our children is going to enjoy the benefits. But there is none. We don't have any. Even the few people that is even trying to do that, we are mocking them. People like Showore, Sheun Kuti. It's just like before the election, Sheun Kuti was trying to open up our eyes. But all of us was thinking it was about ethnicity, because he's a Yoruba man and this and that. No, the only problem with us, another problem with us, is that we usually we are too emotional people. Like, if you see someone that you don't like, even when the person is making sense or saying stuff that actually makes sense, you won't sit down to listen to the person. If you sit down and listen to Sheun Kuti, you will see that in fact he's one of the few people in Nigeria that actually understand what is going on, that actually have the keys to the change we are looking for as a people. So we so much believe on individualism. Individually, we are not going anywhere, but collectively, we can make a change. So we believe that you should go and hustle. All these things will not take us anywhere. Individual hustle, you will hustle until you die. That's just the simple truth. No country is built based on individual hustle. We have to collectively come together with an ideology. And SARS didn't work out well because there was no strong ideology behind it. It was just a frenzy. It just happened. But if NSAS had an ideology, maybe we are going for like a true revolution. We want a total change. We don't want this kind of democracy that we are running in Nigeria. That would have made us In fact, that would have brought the change, because what an ideology does for you is this: even as they are, even as they are killing us, eh, we already know that yes, this is the sacrifice that is required. Ideology moves mountains. But if you just a mere anger, a little thing will scare you out. But when you are, it's just like for example, let me use an example for like IPOP, IPOP members. They are being killed every day, but more people are still rising up. This is what an ideology does for you. You believe in something and you are willing to die for it. But if you just a mere anger, no, something a little something, just a three or four, five policemen will just scare everybody out. So what am I trying to say? Next election is coming. We should stop wasting our time on all these politicians. Labour Party, PDP, APC, all these people, we are wasting our time. We are wasting our time. Tinubu, I don't really understand what he's doing. Atiku, that one too. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's not the key to our problem. Peter Obi is not the key to our problem, because what we need in Nigeria is total overhauling. You cannot bring someone that will come and tell us that someone that have stolen billions of naira, we are going to leave him to just go scot-free. No, we need someone like, for example, Showore. If he's going to do what he's saying, that is the kind of people we need in Nigeria. It's either these people that have ruined lives, it's either they are in prison or they run into exile. And the exile they are going to run into is a country that doesn't have that doesn't have a kind of destiny with Nigeria, so that we'll be able to bring them back and try them. But as long as these people, with all the money they have stolen, they are still in that country, no matter who wins the election, they are going to frustrate the person, because the system is already rotten. They have their people everywhere. Put Peter Obi there today, I'm telling you, his government will be the worst. You see that Abuja that everybody is, Boko Haram will invade Aso Rock. That's when you people understand that all these things are, people are engineering them. People are engineering all these things. The only way we can move forward is if we have someone that will strip these people of their feathers, all the money they have stolen. We need to take it back. It's either they are in prison or they run to a place we cannot find them. But as long as we continue to leave them, allow them to live with us, and we think that once we just elect one good, and just think about it. In fact, they cannot even give, even if Peter Obi win the election by 70 to 30, they are not even going to give him he's not even going to ascend that Aso Rock. That's just the truth. They cannot even allow it. Look at what happened in the last election. These people will do everything possible. They don't mind killing a full town just to win an election. They don't mind. They don't mind doing that. They don't care. We need someone with a strong ideology, like someone that can actually match with the people. If they are going to kill everyone, let them kill all of us. That's what we need. It's not all these we need a nice person, someone that doesn't, just for this, they have zero ideology, nothing, just including the Peter Obi. There is no ideology. Yes, he's a good man. It's not about his personality. I'm talking about Nigeria is like, problem of Nigeria is far beyond having a good man or a man with a good intention. You need to be someone that is very strong, that is willing to do what it takes. Because a lot of us feel that we are just fighting Tinubu, and Tinubu is actually the problem, or Atiku is actually the problem of people. There are also external forces. There are people in the West that wants the country Nigeria to continue being the way it is. That's one thing a lot of us don't really understand. And any day we elect someone that will stop dancing to their tune, you people will see what will happen in Nigeria. We will be sanctioned. There will be sanctions. There will be a lot of propaganda in the Western media about Nigeria, about the person. That's just it. But whenever you see a leader that the West are praising, just know that this person is just is just one of them. Just take a look at all the reforms or policies Tinubu is implementing. You will know that even with your little knowledge of economics, that all those things actually is not going to work. It's not going to work. Someone is somewhere, either by blackmail or by whatever, I don't know. Someone is somewhere passing all those things to them to just sign and pass. We need to sit up as a people. We need to sit up as a people. We need to sit together and come together as a people. Join a political party that actually have an ideology. A political party that we, even if we are going to die for it, yes, we know that we are dying for something, so that we'll stop dying for nothing. We need to stop dying for nothing. A lot of people are dying in Nigeria for nothing. During the NSAS, we saw what happened. A lot of us died for nothing. Every election, people are dying for nothing. This is not about Tinubu. This is not about Peter Obi. This is about us, we the poor people of Nigeria. We need to rise up. We need to join a political party. All of us, we need to stop saying that we don't want politics, we don't want to vote, they are going to rig it. No. If we continue being like that, that is an advantage for them. We need to start listening to people that is actually imparting something meaningful in the society. Not all these people that are being paid to be saying nonsense online. Listen to people like Shehu Kitu. Listen with open mind. Listen to Showore. This is not about Peter Obi. Peter Obi can survive anything. If Nigeria collapses today, or there is a kind of instability that pushes Nigeria to to war or riot or all these things, it will not affect all these people. All of them will escape. It's you and I that is going to die. We need to leave these people. We actually need a revolution. It's not a voting personality. Voting personality will not save us from the problem of Nigeria. Peter Obi alone cannot save us. Peter Obi cannot even do it. Yes, the only thing Peter Obi can bring in Nigeria is, for me, in my opinion, is maybe bring a little sanity. Maybe under his watch, you will not be hearing things like something like we are spending 1 trillion to build one road that we don't know where it's heading to. Yes, we might not be hearing all this, but the kind of change we are looking for in Nigeria, he cannot offer it. That's just the truth. He cannot. For Nigeria to be able to work, everything have to collapse and start from beginning. That's just the truth. With what we have now, you cannot build anything on it. And Peter Obi is not the one to lead us. Tinubu is not the one to lead us to that destination. Atiku is not the one to lead us to that destination. Who is going to do that? I don't know. But we have to start with an ideology. We have to start with all of us coming together. That's just the truth. We need to stop wasting time. Like when you travel out of Nigeria, you will be shocked of how many years of your life you have wasted. People are really going to like if you're actually doing well for yourself, like you won't really understand what people are going through. When you travel outside Nigeria, a 30 years old person, is already well established, finish school at the age of 20 something, 22, 21, finish masters at the age of 24, 25. You know, someone that is 30 years, I've already had 5 to 6 years working experience, but in Nigeria, 30 years, you are still in school. All this thing is by design. People designed it that way. We can't continue going the way we are going. We can't continue having all these endless arguments on Twitter. Like sometimes if you go to Twitter and look at what people are saying, like you'll be asking yourself, are these human beings like you? Are these human beings like you? There is no division, there is division everywhere. You see this Europe we are even talking about, there is division everywhere. But once it comes to national interest, you see all of them aligning together. They align when it comes to national interest. But in Nigeria, you see someone that is an Igbo man or a Yoruba man who choose a goat from his region to see the affair of the entire Nigeria just because the person is from his region. It doesn't make any sense. This video is not about a fight or, bringing comparison. No, these people, all of them, there's nothing to compare. They have had their chances, including the Peter Obi, Tinubu. They have had their chances. They didn't do anything. Tinubu is not doing anything now. In Lagos, as a governor, he didn't do anything. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Building road is nothing. Anybody can build road. Building road, all this, like a lot of us don't really even understand what governance is all about. That is even the problem. Like I see people commenting, making all sorts of comments. The governor is building road. The governor is building flyover. They are shouting. These people spend less than 40% of their allocation. They spend less than that to do things for the people, and the rest they pocket it. And these people that they are depriving all these things will still come online and be, praising them. Like, what is wrong with us as people? I'll repeat, today there is no single politician in Nigeria that you can say that yes, this person have done well. None. Leave building road and flyover, leave all those things. All those things are there is no governance. What they're actually doing is project that you can see that might not necessarily impact the common man. They leave the main thing they are supposed to do that is supposed to impact the common man, which is one of them is good education, water. Look at Nigeria, there is no single state now that you can go to now and turn a tap and drink water. And we have water bodies surrounding us everywhere. You cannot, there's no single state. Being it Anambra or Enugu or Lagos or Osun State, anywhere, both in them, there's no single place you can go to and talk. Is that not supposed to be like, these are the kind of things that should be making us angry. Nigeria was supposed to be collectively angry, not fighting ourselves. Hungry me, fighting hungry you. Does that even make any sense? Look at these people. Like, I don't know if we are just blind or what. Like, if you look at all the events happening in Lagos. Like, when you see any of all these elites having, maybe one of their daughter or son is having a wedding, or maybe they are doing their burial or one kind of festival, birthday or that, you see all of them, both Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, all of them, they are there eating, drinking. They are not poisoning themselves, they are not killing themselves. But you and I will be somewhere suffering and fighting for them. Is that not crazy? This is the high time we need to sit down as a people and just tell ourselves the truth. These people, all of them, Tinubu, Atiku, all of them, they are not. The only chance we have in living in the shit we are today in Nigeria, the only chance we have is coming together. In Nigeria, we have never for once elected a president or anybody. These people, that is why they jump from one political party to another. Because they don't believe in us, they don't believe in our vote, they don't believe we are the one that can vote them in. Recently, I was seeing in the video that our governor of Enugu State have joined APC. These people, they don't believe that we can actually vote them in. They don't believe. They don't believe in us at all. This kind of thing should be making us angry. They know what they are doing. When they are sharing money in Abuja and in all these places, they don't talk about tribe, they don't talk about religion. You see all of them, both Igbo top businessmen, Hausa, Yoruba, all of them, they are dining together. All these people are dining with the politicians. All of them, they are doing the same thing. This is a story for another day, because the corruption in Nigeria and the rot in our system is far, far beyond just that politician we are looking at. All these are our politicians, they are far beyond that. So like I said before, this is not a comparison between Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi. It's not to compare about them. There's nothing to compare. They are all the same. Maybe in personality they are different, but in politically wise, to take us from where we are today, they are the same. They are not going to do. They are not the solution to our problem. We as a people, we need to come together, form or be in a political party, build our own ideology. If we are going to die, we know that yes, we are dying for something, not dying for nothing. Political party that we can actually use our own resources and build. Any candidate that we are pushing, we know that okay, this is the product of our ideas. This is the kind of person that we want. This is the people that we want to represent us. If they eventually wins, they will do what they are supposed to do. But these people we have today, they are not doing what they are supposed to do, because they don't even believe we are the one that voted them in, because in reality, we didn't vote them in. We are not the one that voted them in. Forget the election we do in Nigeria is just to fulfill our righteousness. Finish. We are not voting anybody in. That's why they are jumping here and there, because they don't believe in our votes. It's not our vote that is putting them there. It's their billions that is putting them there. And who owns all these billions? Our money. They steal our money. Like, we should be getting so angry in Nigeria. Look at some of the things that happen online. You see a political office holder telling a Nigerian, who are you? Who are you? They are stealing our money, buying houses all over the world, stuffing billions, like stealing billion money that they cannot even finish, using it against us, and we the people are the ones cheering them. This is a time for us to reflect on ourselves and just tell ourselves the truth. A lot is going on in Nigeria that a lot of people don't really know. We need to stop all this fighting, and we are just like, we need to stop wasting our time. An average Yoruba man is not the problem. An average Igbo man is not the problem. An average Hausa man is not a problem. We are all victims of these evil people. We need to understand all these things. The earlier we do, the better for us. We need to sit down and think. We need to stop fighting ourselves. This video is not to compare anyone. It is for us to reflect and, think, talk like brothers and sisters. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section, and follow my page and subscribe to my channel, and share this video. Okay, see you next time.